Hi, I'm KK Cos. I'll be uraraka today. And we're all doing Dekusquad. What's good, y'all? Um, we're gonna do a truth or dare panel like almost all of our other ones, where you can put in questions and truth or dares in the Discord, and then we'll get to them. That's the things we're doing.
Yep.
We're doing those today.
People are
For those of you who didn't hear earlier, this panel is going to run about an hour and a half long. At an hour and a half's time, we are going to switch from in-character questions to out-of-character questions, and the longest we can do out-of-character questions is like 20 minutes. So it's very short in comparison. Also, we do have Todoroki, who will be coming in late, hopefully. But we're not really sure. We can't exactly go wake him up right now since we're all in different places.
Won't take me too long to get there.
Are you guys about ready?
I think we're ready to start.
All right. First dare is for Deku. Tell the chat who you have a crush on.
No one. I don't have a crush on anyone. I'm just trying to focus on school. Someone left.
All right. Next question is for Suyu. What would be your favorite thing to do in a sleepover?
Well, I have a lot of hair actually, and I don't necessarily know how to do very much stuff with hair. I put it in a ponytail, and that's about it. So it's always really nice when I get to hang out with the girls, and they do fun things to my hair. Particularly Momo, she's very good at styling hair.
All right. Next question is for Iida. Which do you prefer, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Why?
Because coffee is disgusting. Tea is where it at. Especially southern sweet tea.
All right. This one kind of goes for everyone. Someone asked, if you were a cheese, what cheese would you be?
Cheddar. It's standard. It's cute. It's sharp. And
I think I would be blue cheese, because blue cheese is nice, but it's a little weird.
I would have to go with mozzarella cheese because it goes on pizza. And pizza's delicious.
I think I'd be Parmesan. I like Parmesan. It goes on pasta.
Very nice. Someone asked if President Mike runs for president for 2020, would you guys vote for him?
Yeah.
I would vote for him.
I actually don't think I would vote for President Mike, even if partly just because he already has like 3 jobs, and I don't necessarily know if he would actually like quit the other jobs. So we would have a president who is a radio teacher, who is a hero, who is a teacher, and I think that would actually kill him.
I think he would stop being a teacher just for like that set of 4 years and then come back and then have to be like a government teacher instead of an English teacher.
See, I don't actually think that he would quit any of his jobs.
But will we have to call him Mr. President Present Mike?
Mr. President.
President Mike.
Mr. President Mike.
No, President Present Mike.
President Mike, sir.
President Present.
Very nice. All right, we have a question for Uraraka. Have you ever accidentally floated everyone or anyone?
Gosh, have I? I just did that earlier when I was doing my makeup. My brush went all the way up to the ceiling. And then when I released it, it dropped on my head.
All right.
It was bad.
Question for Iida. Do you hate Mineta more than a villain?
I do not hate Mineta. I feel he is troubled and needs some help, but I do not hate him.
No hate, only love.
Follow-up question.
I wouldn't say love either. Tolerate is probably a good term.
Someone asked a follow-up for everyone. Who's worse, Endeavor or Mineta?
Mineta.
I think Endeavor's a lot worse because Mineta's still technically a child, and Endeavor's a full-grown adult who should know better.
Yeah.
All right. Someone asked Deku, "What is your favorite weekend activity?"
What I usually do on the weekends is just look over my notes and study them and practice hero work. But I don't know what other hobbies I would do on the weekends. It's mostly just that.
I think your hobbies include arguing with other All Might fanboys on forums to prove your dominance.
I don't do that. Excuse me. I do not.
All right. We have a question for Sue. What is your favorite and worst memory with everyone else in the chat? Or sorry, in the panel.
Oh, well, I mean, my least favorite memory with Deku was right after the whole big scary thing in Camino, and we had the dorm situation, and I was so beside myself as to everything that was going on, and also this is kind of a bad memory with Ochako too, because I was so wound up with emotions. I just started crying, and I felt so bad. I didn't know how to communicate my feelings. But, other than that, my best memory has actually been...
Oh,
she left. I got too sad for her.
Oh, no. Give me 1 second.
My best memory with everybody has honestly been the simplest ones, where we sit together and we eat lunch together, because I didn't really have a lot of friends in middle school, so I didn't really get to have that in middle school. But now we're like a big friend group and we all eat lunch together, and it's so simple and it's so sweet.
So, sorry to interrupt, but really quick. So it looks like there are so many people trying to join this channel that Uraraka is not able to join back. So what we might have to do is move this over to the panelist lounge, so that way also Shoto can join when he's ready. All right.
So for those of you who are watching, this is now exclusively a live stream on YouTube. If you want to type in a question, it still has to be in the Discord, but you can't watch on the Discord.
Yes, sadly.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's go back to questions. We're doing great, y'all.
I'm sorry.
All right. Someone asked Iida, "How does it feel to put your fingers in your engine exhausts?"
They're just exhaust. I've got to clean them every now and then. I get all the soot off them.
Very nice. All right, Uraraka, if you had to switch lives with someone in this video call, who would it be?
She's a ghost.
Probably Iida. He's got one of those rich people lives, so I want to see how that is, you know?
Yeah, good choice, good choice. All right,
Yeah.
Someone asked for everybody, how are you guys holding up in lockdown/quarantine?
It's actually been really easy for me because I have a big family and we all get along really, really well, so I'm holding up just fine.
I'm doing fine. I wear a mask wherever I go anyway.
I've missed going to in-person classes, but other than that, I guess it's okay.
I miss people so much. I mean, I go and help out with my parents' construction job every now and then, but even then, it's just like, I miss people. I miss you guys.
Someone asked, Sue, can you do a Kermit the Frog impression?
I don't actually know any like appropriate Kermit the Frog quotes off the top of my head.
Kermit the Frog.
But
Sing somewhere over the
Kermit
rainbow.
the Frog here.
that's all I know is just
Or no, wait, Rainbow Connection. That's the song.
I'm not a very good singer, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do know the
I can pull out the banjo for you.
Hey yo, it's Kermit the Frog here, and I just want to say that I will not stand for this frog girl coming for my brand. I don't like this frog girl, this Suyu person. She's appropriating my brand name. I don't like it.
Appropriating frog culture.
Appropriating frog culture, which all of you seem to take very lightly. This is a huge issue Green lives matter.
So anyway, that's
Hear that,
the frog
Deku? Green
impression.
lives matter.
All right. Someone asked, Deku, if you could have another quirk from A1 instead of 1A.
1A.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
this is
said
running joke
A1.
now.
They said A1.
A1,
A1
the
thick and
sauce.
hearty.
Whose quirk would it be?
Thick and hearty.
I really enjoy my own quirk. I don't think. Wait, you asked if I could add on? to
If you
my
could
quirk?
switch quirks.
Switch. Oh. No, I'm happy with my quirk.
You have to
I
pick
don't
one.
think
That's
I
not a
said
valid
that.
answer.
I guess I've always looked up to Kachan's quirk, so I guess I might switch with Kachan, but I wouldn't necessarily want to because I'm very happy with my own quirk. And yes.
Very nice. Someone asked Uraraka, how does it feel to be a marshmallow?
I feel squishy.
You are squishy.
Squishy.
Squish, squish.
All right, someone asked a question for the chat. How does it feel knowing you're in a video call with someone who attempted murder?
Well,
He's a good boy. No saying otherwise. He's a good boy.
no, come back.
No! He just left! Mm.
I would say everyone makes mistakes, though that is
Everyone
kind of
has
an
those days.
it's kind of an
Actually
extreme
murder.
mistake to make.
But
I
he-
don't think Iida would have actually gone through with it.
I
If
think he would have, like, broken a few bones and then sent him off to the
I
police.
did say I'll kill you.
What if it was just self-defense?
it was just a lot of emotion.
It was self-defense.
We are
It
not
was
allowed
self-defense.
we are not allowed to harm villains.
Well,
Yeah, but it was in
Unfortunately-
self-defense. It's fine.
there's also the fact that heroes kill people sometimes. It's an unavoidable fact of life. It's never what we want to do, but there's situations that are out of our control, and sometimes people don't make it. So it's not like having a death on your hands will completely make you not a hero for the rest of your life. It's just unfortunate.
It does if I'm not a hero to begin with.
Well, you're a hero to
Oopsies.
me. So,
Oopsies.
Some people have oopsies.
Somebody
that's
asked,
what PR departments are for.
Deku, have you ever accidentally called All Might Dad?
No.
I think I
And I don't want
Never?
No.
Not
Not yet.
once?
No.
Not in your
that's
dreams?
so a lie.
Yet?
That's such a lie.
yet.
I've never done that.
But I've heard you call Aizawa dad once
No,
before.
no, I don't do that either. No. You can't prove anything.
Someone asked, if Mineta was a villain, would you attack him?
We would have to. We're
If he was
heroes.
a villain,
Yeah, they
Yes.
said if Mineta was a villain, would you attack him first compared
The
to the other
problem
villains?
with
Oh,
that
attack
question
him first? Not really.
is the
Was
fact
he
that
doing anything villainous to begin with?
in order for Mineta to be a villain, he would have to do something outside of what he's already done that would make him a villain, in which case we would be attacking him for doing that thing, as opposed to the stuff that he's done thus far that makes him Mineta.
Very fair. Very
Mineta
fair.
will always be Mineta.
All right, we have a question
Yay.
for Ochako. If you had to switch with someone in the Bakusquad, who would you switch with?
With the Bakusquad.
If you had to trade places with someone in the Bakusquad and hang out with their group, who would it be?
Oh man, if I had to, I mean, I really want to hang out with Mina. So maybe I would pick Zero. He's a good boy. He could hang out with y'all. He's nice.
Very considerate. Someone asked for the entire video call. If you guys became siblings, who would be the oldest, youngest, and who would be the middle children?
I will be oldest
Oh man,
by far. Because
Can
I'm
I
the
Deku's
most
the
mature.
youngest.
Can I be the second
Deku's
oldest?
the youngest.
I'm kind of used to being an older sibling.
I feel like I'd be a
Yeah.
middle child.
No, Deku, you're the small. You're the small.
Yeah.
Along those lines,
okay.
someone just said Deku is baby.
Deku's
Deku's
baby.
baby.
Oh,
Deku's baby.
let's not start that Instagram.
Someone asked, when will I do a face reveal? The answer is no.
No.
No matter
No.
what social media you find, no matter whatever you can find on me, you will not get a face reveal.
Not for this embodied voice.
Even if you somehow stalk his everything, you won't find a photo of him.
You won't find
You
him.
won't. You will
I
not.
has
Fine.
photo. I has photo.
You
No,
have
you
a
don't.
photo?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there is a photo.
Yes, there is. a very popular one.
Don't say that.
Don't say
give
that.
it away.
You'll give it away.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
Also, there's nothing that would connect your photo with the actual person. You just happen to know. So
That's true.
I am the all-knowing no.
People are allowed to keep their anonymity, especially in hero work. Let's move on.
Someone asked, Sue, what are some of your siblings' things that bug you? What do your siblings do that you do not like?
Well, perhaps to take your question a bit too literally, one of them does collect bugs. Which would be fine if they knew how to care for bugs, but they don't. So they just have a box full of dead bugs. And I want to support their interests and hobbies, but it smells bad.
Just have
I
him a
don't
snack
like
for
it.
later.
All right. We have a question for Iida. This is a kiss, marry, kill question with Mineta, Monoma, and Nomu.
Yikes.
Kiss, marry, kill. Really? Kiss Monomu, marry Nomu, kill Mineta.
Very nice.
Because you know why? The Nomu doesn't talk.
Ooh. Someone asked, Ochako, what is the least heroic thing you've done?
Probably stumble face forward into class and then say the bad word. I said a big bad F word, and it was bad. It was bad.
Ooh, that's rough.
I'm gonna start a petition to let Ochako say fuck.
No! No.
Someone asked, what is everybody's favorite movie?
I really like Shark Tales. I really like Lenny the Shark.
Not Princess and the Frog?
Yeah.
That's racist. Assuming I would like Princess and the Frog just because I am a frog. How dare you?
I like that one recent kind of movie. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got Sandra Bullock in it, and she was in space, and
Gravity?
they fell. Yeah, Gravity.
Gravity was good. I really like Captain America. Relate to him.
That's a good one. That's a good
Mine
one.
definitely has to be Endgame.
Very good choice. Very good
Another
choice.
Sandra Bullock
I cried.
movie.
I cried.
For Captain
I
America?
have the arc reactor back there.
Endgame.
Oh, for Endgame. But it was sad because you had barely seen any of the other Marvel movies.
I'd seen Captain. No, I've seen Captain America
You didn't
and
see
Spider-Man.
you didn't see Infinity Wars.
Okay, but yeah, that's true. But I didn't have to. I watched the summary. That's okay.
You read the cliff notes. You were fine.
Ooh, this is a really good question. Someone asked Deku, if you had to choose. So, do you guys know the train question where there's a train on a track about to kill 5 people and you can pull a lever to make it kill 1 person?
Every hero knows
Yeah.
that moral debate.
So, someone asked along those lines, Deku, if the 1 person on the track was the Dekus, or if the group of people on the track originally were the Dekusquad, and then the 1 person was All Mights, would you flip the lever? Would you let the train hit your Dekusquad friends, or would you flip the lever,
Here's what I would do.
let the train hit All Might?
I would switch the lever.
Oh, and they
But
will die if they get hit by the train.
No, no,
I
no.
was going
This
for
is
that
what I would do.
technicality.
I would switch the lever so it would be headed for All Might. That way I could just untie one person as fast as I can and get him out of there. And that way, they are saved and All Might is saved and everyone's happy.
Question.
Also,
You have to pick one.
Question.
Even-
Why wouldn't you just punch the train?
This is a theoretical train. It's a theoretical train. It's
Or kick the
Just
train.
punch the train.
Kick the
it's a
train.
train
Don't have arms
made
anymore.
out of all for one's remains. It's an all for one train.
What?
It's an all for one train.
Yeah, obviously, he
Oh,
would
then-
have to kick it then.
Yeah, I would kick it.
Now
Kick the train.
got villainous.
Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop.
Ooh, this is a good one. So, do you guys know Sailor Moon?
yes.
In the name of the moon.
Sort of.
Someone asked, who would be y'all's favorite if you had to pick a sailor to be? Who would it be?
Sailor Moon.
I like Sailor Mars because she don't pick no shit.
I like the cat. The cats. The cats are cute. Can I be the
I'll-
cat?
I'll pick Tuxedo Mask.
Iida, this is a question for you. If you had to pick between killing Mineta or Stain, who would it be?
Why are we stuck on this?
I
Why
don't
does everyone want
Why are
Mineta
you
dead?
making him kill?
The people want to know.
He's not a killing boy.
The people either want the grape dead or for Iida to go insane. You gotta pick one.
I would definitely kill Stain.
Alright, we have a question for Sue.
Yes.
Who in the Bakusquad do you think is the person that's going to get into a relationship first?
Well, it depends on what you mean by relationship. Because if you mean like long-term long-term relationship versus like a fling. Because I think Sarah is confident enough and relaxed enough to actually have like several flings that are fun, but don't ever actually last very long. Because I think he actually is afraid of commitment. Don't ask me where I got that. I have a feeling. But
Wait, I'm confused. Aren't Kirishima and Bakugo already together?
not as far as they know. I think actually, the first person to get into like a committed long-term relationship is Kirishima, regardless of who he might end up with. I think he's the kind of person who would put everything he has into his partner and make sure that the relationship is sturdy.
Oh, that's wholesome.
I want a guy like that.
Hey Deku, is that Kath
Or
on your
girl.
head?
Yes?
Is that Kath?
Cass?
No, it's not Kath. That's
Who's
the
Kath?
wrong kind of cat.
Kath's
Don't
amazing.
worry about it.
People are still
Don't
asking
worry about it.
about
This
a
is
face reveal.
Combo.
Face
All-
reveal ain't
all-
happening.
All I'll say is I'm purposely making it difficult because it's fun. It's not necessarily that I don't want people to see my face, but I want it to be a bit of a challenge, more or less. So if you're somehow able to figure out what I look like, congrats. But
You did it.
you'll be part of a special club.
Did it.
you'll be more like everyone here than just someone watching, if you know what I actually look like. So I'd say go for it, but it's going to be pretty hard to find out. All right, someone asked, Deku, what is your favorite cuss word?
Well, I mean,
Poopy.
I don't know.
I think your favorite cuss word is Bakugo.
Kachan's the curse word.
Kachan is the curse word.
No, he only ever uses Bakugo when he's really, really upset.
Oh, yeah.
True.
I don't use it very often, though. Yeah.
Have you ever just like said his first name when you're really mad? I want to see
There was
that.
one time I got very, very, very angry and I used his full name. That's how you know. I'm serious.
Very
I want to
nice.
see that. It sounds funny.
No.
Ooh.
Someone asked,
Ooh.
Iida, if you had to choose someone to live with out of your class, who would it be?
To live with?
Yes. To be a roommate with for eternity. The rest of your life.
Isn't that just getting married?
Yeah.
No,
They-
there's
they-
domestic
they-
partnerships.
They didn't say married, they just said
Oh,
live
yeah.
with. So,
Like roommates.
could be anyone. Could be Endeavor if you wanted.
They were roommates.
That's not a classmate.
And they were roommates.
And they were
I would probably go with Momo.
Mm. Popping bones.
Gotta pop.
She's
Alright.
got a really nice place.
This question's kind of dark, but it's for Uraraka. If you had to choose between killing your parents or Deku, who would it be?
No. I don't like this. I'm a pass.
Okay, here's a different question. What's your favorite Vine?
Road work ahead. I sure hope it does. It's so cute.
God, that's the first time I've heard Vine in a while.
Yeah. Okay, someone asked, Iida, how did you get your quirk, question mark? Did your intern randomly grow through your legs, or were you born with it?
I was born with it.
Ow.
They were really tiny.
Yeah, they're more like nubs than anything else.
And then they fell out like teeth.
Someone asked,
No.
You got new ones.
Deku, who would you rather hang out with, your dad or All Might?
Why
Well, I
talking about the
don't
one and the
really-
same?
Well, I don't really know who my dad is. I've never really met him, so I think it might be a little awkward to meet him at this point. So probably All Might.
Very nice. Alright, question for Sue. If you had to choose a dinosaur to be, who would it be? Or what
I
kind of
wanna
dinosaur?
I want to be a pterodactyl. I want to fly.
I want to be a long neck.
A brontosaurus.
Yeah.
I'll be a velociraptor. They're fast.
People are wanting to sign a petition for a funeral for Deku's butterfly clip that broke.
Wait. Go put these back in. I was too strong and I broke his little wing.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Ave Maria.
All right. Someone asked. This is for everybody. Would you rather become a villain or lose your quirk forever?
I would rather lose my quirk forever.
I would definitely lose my quirk.
Yeah.
I would lose my quirk. Yes.
There are still ways in which you can be a hero to your community without having a quirk.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Like being a crossing guard.
Or signing petitions, which is relevant.
Or going into
Yeah,
hero
relevant.
support. Hero support class.
Someone asked, Ochako, if you had to become a villain, no other options, what would be your first thing to do?
Rob a bank, probably get all that money, and then try to launder it so I can put it into my parents' company so they can be okay.
Oh, that's kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
Denki,
oh, oh.
you're.
it's Todoroki.
Botoboki?
Hey,
Hello!
Todoroki.
what's good?
Look weird on camera.
You're good.
Wait, have we already started? Are there?
Yes,
Yes.
we're live right now.
We've been
Oh,
going for at least 40 minutes now.
Everyone's excited
Sorry
that
about
that.
Shoto's here.
I want to take a moment to say this, and I'm going to say it in my character voice, even though, you know what, I'm not going to say it in my character voice. To everyone who keeps commenting on my YouTube videos, where's Todoroki every time Todoroki's missing? I just want to say one thing, okay? Todoroki is a really hard character to find. Anyway, now that I've gotten that off my chest, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Does anybody want a dino nugget? I got 2 left.
I want a dino nugget. Come hang out
Save
with
one
me.
for me.
Give me a dino
Ketchup
nugget.
on it? Here's some ketchup.
Thank you.
My Dino Nugget, guys.
Ah.
My Dino Nugget turned into a Starburst.
Oh,
Someone asked Shoto, "Why are you late?"
I was making breakfast. I woke up late today. Sorry about that
Damn.
again.
Another
It's okay, we still love
It's
you.
all good.
another exciting question for Shoto. If you had to pick between dating Deku or Iida, who would it be?
For
Um,
dating?
Dating. Yes.
Dating? I don't think I'm quite ready for dating yet, but I'd probably have to date Iida. He seems a lot more responsible at the moment.
ooh.
This
Alright.
question is kind of for Sue and Ochako.
Yes.
Kiss, marry, kill the 3 other guys in the call.
I killed it just
No, I don't want to kill any of them.
I do not count. You guys have to pick between
Dang.
green, blue, and mint. Peppermint.
Peppermint. Okay.
Candy cane.
Peppermint patty. Sorry.
I would marry Iida for the same reasons as Todoroki. You seem like you would be a responsible house husband person.
House husband. You think would be stay-at-home dad?
Well, I
Yeah.
words didn't work out for me.
I gotta agree with the Mary. I gotta agree with the Mary because he's a good boy. So I guess I'm really sorry, Todoroki. I gotta kill you. So I'll kiss Deku. I'll marry Iida and I'll kill Todoroki.
See, I'm the other way around because I'm Midoriya. I'm pretty sure you're gonna kill yourself sooner rather than later, just by how absolutely insane you are with your quirk. Your arm is liable to fall off at any moment, and so I feel like if I were to do that, it would just speed up the inevitable.
Very nice.
Also, Todoroki needs more love. So there's my reasoning.
He's a good boy. They're all good boys.
Yes, they're all good boys, but we have a question to answer, so someone must die.
Someone must die.
I choose you.
Alright. Someone asked Deku, if you had to choose between spending the rest of your life with Suyu or Ochako, who would it be?
Spending the rest of my life. Like, how?
Oh, that's up to interpretation.
Like, okay. I don't know. I like both of them. They're really nice. I don't know if I could choose one. I guess Ochako because I've known her for longer and I've. Oh no! Come back.
Oh no, that wasn't on purpose. That was an accident.
But yeah, I've known Ochako for longer, and I've been friends with her for a while, so I guess that's who I choose. But I like both of them, and they're really nice. So.
Very nice. Alright, quick question.
Bye.
Have you guys seen Attack on... or not... Avatar The Last Airbender?
Yes.
Yeah. The movie or the show?
The good one. The show.
The show, the movie
Oh,
doesn't
the movie.
exist.
Okay, yeah,
The
I've
movie-
seen it.
No.
The movie does
No.
not exist. The movie does not exist.
Oh,
Maybe he's
just like
talking
Dragon Ball
the
Evolution.
movie with the blue people.
The
So,
blue people.
follow-up question. What is your guys' favorite character from Avatar The Last Airbender?
Aang.
Katara.
Yeah,
Zuko.
mine's also mine's
Sokka.
also Katara.
Sokka, by far.
Very nice. Alright.
Drink
Now,
cactus juice. It'll quench
What
you.
about you, Shoto?
Oh, Zuko.
yeah, a lot of people
Yeah,
are...
that makes sense.
A lot of people are asking if Shoto's
That's
Zuko's
rough,
offspring.
buddy.
Someone asked, Deku, if your hair wasn't green, what color would you pick?
I mean, part of it's kind of black, so I guess black.
Yeah.
Edgy.
Someone asked Ochako, who gives the best hugs in Class 1A?
Oh, it's gotta be Shoji, cause he has all those arms.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little warm little envelope of a hug. It's great.
Someone asked, Sue,
Hug.
do you think Mineta could actually get a girlfriend?
As he is now, no, not in any healthy way. If he were to have a girlfriend right now, the girl would probably have some issues or later develop some issues. But I think maybe if he were to evolve into a better person, like a Pokemon, then, because right now we have a very, very small first evolution Mineta. He needs to evolve and then evolve again.
What
and
if he actually does evolve like that?
Your Mineta is evolving into a decent human being. Yay!
Mineta Acts 2.
Mineta wants to learn human interaction.
Minato.
Very nice.
Minato.
That's his
And then
Pokemon name.
Minotaurus.
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 Someone
I
asked,
made a very bad joke there.
Iida, if you had to pick a different part of your body to enhance other than your legs, what would it be?
It would have to be
He's
my
almost
arms.
like his brother.
Yeah, I would be
Like
like my
his
brother.
brother.
I'd get the arms. So now I have full mobility in the air.
Then you could fly like a drone.
You just have your ooh.
Up and away.
Someone asked, Shoto, what is your favorite candy?
I'd have to
Peppermint.
say my favorite candy. Probably icebreakers.
Icebreakers, very nice. Not a candy cane?
Too bad you don't know any icebreakers in conversation.
Got
Yeah.
him.
Got him!
Alright, so
This
this question is kind of a two-parter. So it's based off of the whole who do you think the UA trader is? And someone asked, do you think it's Airy?
No.
She's too
Not
young.
it.
It's too late in the game to find that.
She's too young.
I've
and
got
it's not me.
I've got a mad theory on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have a theory on it?
Yeah.
What's your theory,
You're
bro?
going to tell us?
It's should I? The trader could
Do
be
it.
among us. Who knows? Who
Among
knows who
Us?
this mysterious character
That's
is?
a
that we
video
can't
game.
see?
The disembodied voice
Oh,
is the
it's-
traitor.
It's the
No.
disembodied
No.
voice.
No, I think it's
I'm
Class
not.
1B's teacher,
Ooh.
Black
Vlad?
King?
Vlad King. I think so. The only reason is
I've
he's
seen
one of
several
the few
people
people that
on-
knew who or where this camp was.
Huh.
There's always been a thing that the Denki does, where he does like a this kind of motion on his forehead when he lifts up his glasses, and that's actually a symbol for a villain group gang.
But that's
Ooh.
manga
He's a
relevant.
villain.
And let's not do that.
Also, isn't the trader forgotten anyway?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a forgotten arc.
Alright, so this is a really good question.
That he's thinking of coming back to it.
Ooh.
Alright, so this is kind of for everybody. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized chicken or 10 chicken-sized horses?
1 horse-sized chicken.
1
10
Imagine the
chicken-sized
dinners.
horses.
But have you seen the talons
No.
on a chicken?
If you think about it, if it's a big chicken, let's have a feast.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm
really
down.
necessarily want to eat horse meat.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
do
but
you know
yeah.
how
They're just
terrifying chickens are? They're horrifying. I
you
would
can just burn it.
Well, here's the thing. He said chicken.
You
Does
could
he
just
mean
burn it
hen
to
or
a
rooster?
crisp.
That's the factor. Is it a hen or rooster?
both
That changes things.
terrifying.
Hens are nowhere near. They run away from you.
Very nice.
Also, horses have very weak legs and are naturally prey. So I feel like chicken-sized horses would be pretty easy to take
Are you saying
down.
chickens aren't prey?
Well, chickens
True.
have claws and horses don't have claws, so they're
no.
Horses
slightly
kick.
Horses has
not at
hooves.
that size.
They'll still try it.
Oh no, my
That size is like a
kneecaps.
toenail.
I guess that's true.
Someone asked Suyu, can you give us a virtual hug?
Yeah,
Very nice. Very
that's
nice.
as good as I can do.
Someone asked Deku, if you had to be trapped with either Toga or Mineta for 24 hours, who would you choose?
I mean, Mineta is not really interested in me. He's more interested in female. So I guess Mineta. Also,
Nice.
he's
Yeah,
not
the other way
villain.
you would lose a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Someone asked a very interesting question. I'll go ahead and read it. Do you think Denki has ADHD? I was just wondering since it would be nice to have some good representation for people with ADHD. Or do you think some other classmate might have a mental disability?
I think Mineta
That's
has
probably a
mental
good froppy
disability.
question.
Yeah.
So
So
I
you?
actually studied a little bit of psychology when I was in middle school because I thought that I displayed symptoms of autism, and so I started kind of looking into psychology and abnormal psychology to see if there was anything that I connected to and related with. And although my answer might not be the most technically accurate, I do actually think that Kaminari displays symptoms of ADHD and also dyslexia. But, it's not really my place to decide what's going on in his brain.
Nice. All right. Someone has a question for Shoto. They nicknamed you the Canadian flag, by the way, thanks to the jersey. And they asked, what are your thoughts on Deku and All Might being related?
I think it's a proven fact at this point. There's no denying it now. I know too much.
We're
I
not
know.
related. We're not related, I swear.
You've connected the dots.
No.
What's that swear?
That's
I have a
not
chart
right.
in my closet. I know. I know now.
Very nice.
You're linked. There's linkage there.
Swear.
So
Swear, we're
The
not.
two dots, I've connected them.
someone asked for everybody, if you had to switch quirks with a villain, whose quirk would it be? You can still be a hero. You can still be a hero. You don't have to be a villain, but you can only use that villain's quirk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Probably that portal guy. I haven't seen anyone like him before.
Kurogiri?
Yeah, the portal guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is
Deku,
it
what about you?
possible not to switch? Because
No.
I don't want to give my quirk powers to anyone on the villain side.
Oh, they wouldn't necessarily get your quirks, but you would get their quirk.
You would just have their quirks instead.
Would they still keep their quirk if we were to take it?
I'm not sure. I
Let's
think
just
it's just
say
whose
yes.
whose villain's quirk would you like if you had to pick one?
I know which one I want. I want all
Who
for
do you
one.
want?
I was gonna say that.
Oh, yeah. I'll
Then-
take
then
that.
I'll take yours.
take that.
I feel like Deku might like that one too.
No,
Yeah,
thank you.
I might. If they're gonna keep their quirk anyway, I might just take the portal one because that one seems very convenient.
Yeah, you can eat
Yeah,
on
you
out of
just
there.
like boop boop. There I am.
I
You'll
think I
never
like
be late again
Toga's
unless
quirk
you oversleep.
because you just change bodies and you can like infiltrate the League of Villains and no one will know, and you can just
Stop
You
doing my
can
move. That's my move. You
infiltrate
can't,
Toga
you can't take my
as
move.
Toga.
yeah.
Someone asked Deku. Now, let's see. I seem to have lost it really quick. Okay. How are you still alive?
I don't know. Pure determination.
And a lot of recovery, girl.
And a follow-up
Yeah.
question to that.
A bunch of kisses.
Follow-up question for Bean Sprout. Why are you still friends with Bakugo after everything he's done to you?
Well, I mean, at this point, I feel like he's not actually stated that he's sorry about what he did, but at this point, I feel like he might be, and he's becoming more okay with me being a part of the hero group, and I mean, I've kind of grown used to everything, and I don't resent him for it for or anything. So it's like,
Nice. All right. Someone asked for the entire group, do you have any pets? And if so, what are they?
I have 2 cats, although I currently have no idea where they are.
I have 1 cat I could grab real quick.
I don't know. Do it. Let's see this
I don't
cat.
have any pets,
Oh,
but the neighborhood cats seem to really like me.
nice. All right. Someone asked, Shoto,
That's cute.
what is your opinion on Dobby?
He seems vaguely familiar, but right now I really don't like him and how he treated the class when we last saw him.
A kitty.
That's fair. I like that cat. It's a very nice cat.
He's got a little mustache
A tuxedo cat.
and a bow tie.
Aww,
That's cute.
Oh,
that's so cute.
That's very cute. All right. Someone asked, Uraraka, would you rather be rich or still have your quirk? If you're rich, you can't have your quirk. Which would it be?
okay. Well, I guess I would rather be rich, because if I was rich, I could help my family, and then I could go to the gym a lot, and then be strong so I can help with the construction no matter what. Even though I don't have my quirk to lift up the heavy things, I think it would still be fine, because I would be strong.
Nice.
Also, you could be Batman if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, I could be Batman, a vigilante.
Very nice.
Woohoo.
Or Iron
Don't tell
Man.
Aizawa.
That's true. Someone
I'm not
asked,
that smart.
who here has the most plushies?
I have no idea.
I feel like it's Bean Sprout. Yep. Pretty sure it's Bean Sprout.
All my
Well, I have
plushies
3
are in
right
another
now.
room.
Wait,
I have 3.
Whatcha?
Mine's a little dragon. It's cooler.
So, someone asked for all of the people in the call, for everybody, have you heard of Homestuck? And if so, what is your favorite character?
I have no clue what that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have never heard that name before.
Oh, what's a Homestuck?
Who is Homestuck?
We're all Homestuck.
Is that an anime? Is Homestuck an anime?
Cory in the House is my favorite.
Could you send me links?
Going to the House is my favorite anime.
Homestuck?
All right, we have a
What is
question for Sue.
Yeah.
What is your favorite TV show that you used to watch when you were younger?
This might sound really weird, actually, but when I was younger, my parents and I used to watch The Tonight Show together. Like, I know you were probably looking for a little kids show, but my parents wanted me to sleep through the night, and I didn't actually do that very much when I was a kid. I had a very erratic sleep schedule, and so they would very purposefully keep me up really late and make me watch The Tonight Show so that I would sleep through the night. But as a consequence, I have a lot of fond memories of sitting on the couch with my parents, feeling really excited because I got to stay up past my bedtime. I don't actually remember any of The Tonight Show, though. I was too young. I just remember, The Tonight Show, the couch, my parents. It's fun.
So, somebody's
That's cute.
actually asking me a question. So, it's technically a
Oh, yeah?
two-parter. Who is my favorite one in the call? Like, my favorite person? And then, if not that, who is my favorite hero?
Don't answer the first one. You'll give yourself away.
Very quickly.
I don't know how I should answer the second one, though. I could do something...
You
That-
can just say who your favorite character is.
I don't know. What if I don't like the heroes that much?
Well, you don't
Then
like
you'll give
Present
yourself
Mic.
away even more. if I'm thinking what you're thinking.
What if you guys are my least favorites?
I know who your favorite hero is.
Harsh.
I know who your favorite hero is.
All right, let's hear
I
it.
don't know who
of
your
course
favorite hero
everybody
is.
does.
Who's my favorite
We
hero?
all do, because we know you.
Bakugo.
You like the villains most.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about heroes.
Oh.
You mentioned that your favorite hero is Bakugo because he's the least pussy shit.
I could also say something
God, the way
really
you said that
problematic.
quote.
I could be really problematic and say Endeavor.
Do it.
But by stating that, you basically
face.
imply that you would only say it for the sake of being problematic. And even if you're not only saying that for the sake of being problematic, you have now created
More problems.
A problem.
a
Wait,
problem.
really quick, one sec. Hey, Shoto. Hey. I love your dad. You're...
Okay. Hey, I've got a question.
Sure.
What weapon does everyone have nearest to them right now?
Weapon?
A
Gut knife.
weapon?
It's not a very big knife, but it's like...
There's a.
I've got a knife.
Yeah, good, this thing. It's not a
I
very
got my
big
sword
knife.
from the from the alternate AU.
Shoto?
Scissors.
It's a Spartan laser.
That's not a Spartan laser, but okay, go on.
It looks like it. Am I wrong? It looks at least a
Yes,
little
you're
bit
wrong.
like
Yeah, I've just got,
You're wrong.
I've got the sword from the fantasy AU for my hero.
Very nice.
That's so cool.
Alright, someone asked, Deku, can you dance with the pink plushie?
Dance? Oh.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ugh.
Is this good? Am I doing it?
Yes, very much.
Yes.
Yay!
Also, people are asking if you've proposed to the hospital bed yet.
We want to
Let's
update.
see. Deku, I'm surprised you don't have a
I
cap
want to
yet.
update on your relationship.
Yep.
Oh, but no, I haven't visited the hospital bed in like months. Okay, I'm
Thanks
getting
to
better.
Because you've been stuck
You're
at
not-
home
you're
for
not-
months.
You're not going steady.
Are you breaking
You're
up
not
with the
going
hospital
steady
bed?
anymore. Is this a breakup video?
Yes. No more
Is this how you're deciding to break up with your lover hospital bed over a
Yes.
live stream?
Yes.
Hospital bed, Sean.
I don't know
You've
if
been
that's
good to me,
better or worse than
but
text.
goodbye. I don't need you anymore.
Alright, some people are asking another question for Deku.
Oh.
So, they don't believe that you're a late bloomer. They're asking how you got your quirk.
I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer. It just showed up. You know, like any other quirk.
Very nice. Alright, Ochako,
Got it from All Might, I swear.
Yes.
He said, "Son."
we have a question for Ochako.
I am not.
Would you rather be the traitor or kill Eri?
Bruh.
Oh. I mean, maybe if I was the traitor, I'd be like a traitor against my will, so then it wouldn't be like specifically my fault.
That makes
I'll
sense.
do that.
Alright, we have a question for Iida. Do you think Shinso and Aizawa are related?
Yes. I want to say father son.
Todoroki.
I'd see more of like uncle
Uncle
and nephew.
Uncle,
That's
nephew?
that's a valid.
That makes sense.
Because the hair color doesn't match, but the facial
Uncle
structure does.
Zawa. Yeah, especially those tired eyes.
All right, this is a question for Peppermint and Beansprout. If you guys had a rematch, who would win?
Kill me.
I don't know.
I've gotten better since the last time.
Iida, Sue, and Ochako, who do you think would win?
I think Midoriya would win.
I think Midoriya.
Yeah.
Midoriya actually knows how to use his quirk now.
Yeah, he doesn't break his bones.
Now.
I might get like smited.
Also, now that we have the I'm gonna break every bone in my body to make you understand how I feel connection out of the way, we can actually focus on the fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think that fight should have been a draw because he had interference from the sidelines. But that's just me.
This is a fair point.
Someone asked Iida, you said you prefer tea over coffee, but what is your favorite kind of tea?
Southern sweet tea.
Eh.
From the States. I think it's
like
from
the
a state
States,
called
too.
Texas.
Tekis?
Texas.
Tejas. Tejas.
Tejas. There's no H in it.
Someone asked Shoto, if you had to fight, which would you choose? A kettle or your dad?
I could probably
You
beat up
fight
that
a kettle.
Yeah, I could probably beat up that kettle to a crisp. Dent it at least.
That's fair.
Just throw an ice cube at it.
I've gotten over it.
All right. We have a question for Sue.
Yes.
If you had to choose one teacher to get rid of, who would it be? Or someone who's works for the school, who would it be?
All Might, actually. Because he doesn't, I don't know why he's here. He doesn't actually know how to be a teacher, and he doesn't really do anything that Aizawa-sensei hasn't already been doing thus far. I don't know why Principal Nezu hired him. I feel like there's something going on there. But he's also, he's old. Let the man retire. Let him rest. Is he here?
Well, if he retires, that means he'd be a teacher full time, right?
That's not how
Oh, no,
retirement
he already
works.
did retire here.
No, retire
Well,
completely. You can't retire from
How-
girl work and then get a new job.
How old do you think he is?
He's like
Old
actually
enough.
close. He's pushing 50. He's getting up there. That's old for a hero. We have short life expectancies.
All right, someone asked.
I don't think he's
Thanks.
50.
We have
Oh,
another
really?
question for Sue. Would you rather
Yes.
date Mineta or get your ass beat?
What kind of question is that? The way that
What
you
kind of
phrased
ass
it too.
beating?
Well,
my
well,
ass
well,
beat.
well,
That's
well,
so
you can't
vague.
say. Okay, I was just reading it. I was doing
That's-
air quotes, but you can't see anything.
Do you mean like, oh, you get like spankings, or do you mean like you're gonna beat me within an inch of my life? I am so confused.
Would you rather go on a date with Mineta or have him beat you up with a crowbar, Red Hood style?
Jeez. This is a violent question.
So horrible.
Well, even before you explained, the answer would have been go on a date with Mineta. He's not Satan, you guys, actually. Because if I go on a date with him, I can maybe teach him how to respect women. Maybe actually interacting with a woman in a one-on-one setting will give him a concept of like how to actually treat us as people. So, why would I choose get beat?
Maybe a hands-on education would work rather than having hands-on.
That's fair. That's fair. We have a question for Ochako. What is everyone else's contact name in your phone? Like, what are their contact nicknames?
So there's Peppermint Patty, Deku, Froppy, and Iida-chan.
Oh.
I'm just glad I'm not
Yeah.
Kermit in your phone.
Why not?
No,
Do
that's
you-
frog appropriation. We've already talked about this.
I know, I appreciate
But
you
Kermit
for
is
it.
so good.
Shoto.
Someone asked Iida, are you somehow related to Sonic the Hedgehog? The blue man.
Why does everyone keep asking me that? No, I am not a hedgehog.
I'm just waiting for Iida to get sued by Sega. It's gonna happen one day.
I keep destroying the papers before they get to me. Sorry. And
Someone
I
asked.
get them before they get to the court. I zoom by.
Someone asked Deku. If you had to pick one person in Class 1A to become a villain, who would it be?
No one. No one wants to become a villain in Class 1A. That's why they're in Class 1A.
And
How
then
about Class 1B?
someone else asked.
How about Class 1B?
Monoma.
Monoma?
We have another question for Deku. If you had to pick one of your classmates to date, who would it be? They also said you can choose the disembodied voice.
I don't know who the disembodied voice is. Who are you?
Ever
you?
seen Pinocchio? I'm your conscience.
You're my conscience?
I'm a
You're
little
Jiminy Cricket?
Jiminy Cricket. I'm a little cricket that lives inside your head.
Okay.
Get out of my
be the
head.
cricket.
I'm eating your brain.
Okay.
No wonder we can hear him.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a date.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Pick me up at 7.
Okay. I don't have a car. I'll just physically pick you up.
Someone asked
Can't you jump across buildings like Spider-Man?
Suyu.
How to pick up chicks.
Does it
Wrap
hurt
your arms
to
around 'em and then lift.
Does it hurt to spit up your stomach?
It doesn't necessarily hurt. It just feels a little weird. Yeah. I don't know how to explain more than that without getting really gross.
Someone asked everyone, can you do your best cat girl Nya?
No.
Ooh, hold on.
You gotta make the sound.
No.
You have to.
Make what sound?
Yeah.
That. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
No.
not a cat.
No.
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 Alright, so
Nada.
someone is asking, what is
Nyaka.
y'all's favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Strawberry.
I'm actually fond of matcha.
The Great Divide. That one's really good.
You know what stinks? I can't think of one for me.
Vanilla.
Rocky Road.
Cotton candy. For you.
I
The-
can see the kind of I was trying to go with the theme that all y'all were doing.
Cotton candy is
Ooh,
nasty.
orange sherbet. Orange sherbet.
Ooh,
That's
yes,
my favorite.
yep, yes it is. Yes it is.
Someone asked me a question.
I like a good strawberry.
They asked if I had to choose to be a part of the Dekusquad or the bakusquad, which would be. And I think everyone
Bakusquad,
can
you
guess.
traitor.
Bakusquad.
You would definitely be Bakusquad.
Yeah.
You traitor.
Jiminy Cricket is part of the bakusquad.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Cricket.
That's
Hey
your
guys,
corpse, it's Jiminy Cricket.
I think Kirishima left his mask in my place when we were studying.
Oh no.
Why did he bring his
Wear it.
mask to a study?
To show off, obviously.
I don't know.
Why were you hanging out together?
Studies?
Isn't that illegal?
No.
Not if it's a group smaller than 5.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
someone claims to have found my Instagram.
Oh.
And all I will say is,
Oh.
if you found my Instagram, DM me, and I will either confirm or deny it. If I don't reply or I act like I don't know who you are, you probably got it wrong. And then someone else act if I was omnipotent. I'd like to be, but I can't guarantee it. Someone asked Froppy, why is Denki's couch behind you?
Oh.
Ribbit? I don't know how to answer that question.
Ouch.
I didn't know y'all were that close.
Nice.
Snuck in.
It's a secret.
She stole the couch.
We gotta keep it on the down low.
Or
So-
Kaminari actually uses your room instead of his own.
Yeah, that
Nice.
doesn't happen.
It's for the videos.
Never.
I have another question for me, apparently. Someone asked, who is your favorite villain, student, ship, and what would your quirk be?
Don't answer the ship question. Don't answer.
I'll
ship
I'll skip the ship question. My favorite villain? I don't know. It's a tough choice. It'd probably have to be either Stain or maybe 9. 9 is from the, I think it was Heroes Rising.
Yes, it's from Heroes Rising. This
I-
guy.
Yes. Oh, you have
Oh,
you have a
yeah.
figurine? Oh,
I got this
that's,
for my birthday,
Oh,
so
that's so cool.
that's so cool. Student. Monoma. Quirk. I'd probably go with 9's quirk. He's pretty cool. It's diet all for one.
diet all for one. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
accurate. The
It's,
question is, was he named 9 before or after?
I think the connection to the number 9 and also like his quirk in general is manga spoilers. Actually,
it's
Is it
because
really?
it's because he's a 9 out of
Because-
10.
well, the movie is manga relevant, not necessarily anime relevant. So a lot of the stuff that happens in there, while not necessarily being spoilers, is not connecting.
That being said, I think the DVD comes out next month.
Sweet.
Yay.
Finally.
We have a question
I
for
saw it in 4D. It was the greatest thing ever.
nice. We have a bit of a question for everyone.
We all saw it together, the rest of us.
What is your favorite food? Like, if you had to pick a food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Salad.
Pork cutlet bowl.
Anything can be a salad.
Mine would have to be a Peruvian dish called lomo saltado.
I'm really fond of Jello,
Take
and
pizza.
have you guys ever seen these like Jello cakes from the 80s? They're weird.
Ew.
They're kind of
Ew.
good though.
What's wrong with you?
That sounds nasty.
No,
But then there's like Jello salad where they have like different gelled cakes of like fruit and things.
yeah, they're actually kind of good.
There was one that I saw that had like hot dog bits in it, where it was like a hot dog
Oh,
gelatin.
I think I know. It was like the hot dog water, like 3-tier Jello thing, where it was mostly hot dog water, and then half hot dog water, half sliced up hot dogs, and then the very bottom was like mostly
Yeah,
just
but
hot
it
dogs.
was an actual thing from the 80s that people ate that and was fine with it.
That's nasty.
Imagine if they having to make like mashed potatoes like that.
We have a question for
Disgusting.
Broccoli Boy / Bean Sprout. If you had to choose between being friends with Bakugo and not losing your quirk, which would it be? If you had to choose between being friends with Bakugo and losing your quirk, or keeping your quirk and not being friends with Bakugo.
I think I'd keep my quirk and just not be friends with Bakugo. Would I be able to just like see him and like
No,
be acquaintance? No,
never see him again.
gone. I mean, I think, yeah.
Oh, oops.
I think I'd keep my quirk and just not see Bakugo. Sadly, but yeah.
All right, we have another
Rest
good
in
question.
peace.
This is for Uraraka.
Rip.
What is your favorite song?
That is a good question. I have lots of favorite songs. I could send you a playlist. Eventually.
I think
That's
your
right.
favorite song should be Drops
Yeah.
of Jupiter.
That'd be a
Oh, that's a
fantastic
good
one.
song. I like that one.
What about Iris?
I like Train.
Yeah.
Iris?
Trade's good. Let's see here. Someone asked if there was a different nickname for me, and it's also the sponsor. That's a possibility. We have a question
The
for
narrator.
Suyu. If you had to pick between being related to Kermit the Frog or losing your quirk, which would it be?
Well, I think I would have to pick being related to Kermit the Frog because that doesn't actually sound bad and wouldn't actually inhibit any of my goals in life.
Don't you mean in ribbit?
Frog appropriation. What were we talking about, y'all?
No such thing.
Also, being related to Kermit the Frog would give me free, basically, access to the Muppet Gang, which I would use.
I suppose that makes
I wanna
sense.
meet the Muppets.
All right. Someone asked Deku, "Can you say Katsuki?"
Katsuki. I've said it before,
Very
but
nice.
it just feels weird a little bit.
I mean, he's not here to make it weird, so.
All right. So this question is for Shoto, Iida, and Ochako. If you had to choose who had the better green hairstyle between Sue and Deku, who would it be?
I'd have to say Sue.
Sue.
Sue. Deku, you might need to choose a different shampoo. It's not working for you.
Comb. Maybe pick up a comb.
Brush. Maybe some styling product.
Maybe.
I really can't say much either, though.
Someone also asked
My mom thinks it's cool.
Deku,
Oh.
Yes.
how many notebooks do you have?
Oh, right now 13. I'm working on a 14th one though. 14th one is coming.
Sue, if you had to hug Shoto or Deku, who would it be?
I like that you say have to.
Yeah,
Like-
you have to. You don't have a choice.
Like, you have to
choice.
pick, like, you don't already hug them. No, I would, screw your question, I would hug everybody.
Aw, that's wholesome.
I have big hands, and they are made for hugging.
All right, we have a question for Shoto. Would you rather live your current life or swap lives with Deku? It includes families, quirks, backstory, everything.
You
Oh,
wouldn't have him live the life I've lived. I've already lived through it, so I know what it's like. I don't want anybody else to go through what I have. Plus, I'm
that's
good
true.
at getting through it, and I know I've become a better person because of it.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. All right, we have a question for Iida. What's your favorite video game? Or what are some of your favorites?
Well, I get in
Sonic
trouble
the
for saying the
Hedgehog.
name. I was gonna say Sonic 2.
It's Sonic
Fall
Adventure,
Guys. Fall Guys is a new one I've been playing. And what's the other one? Ace Combat 7.
bro. Ooh, fancy.
My favorite one right now is Slime Rancher, because they have all these little slimes that are cute.
And you ranch them.
Yeah, and you can breed them, and then
That
you
makes
can
sense.
get their poop, and you sell the poop for a lot of money, and then you just make them happy and feed them carrots and things. It's cute.
All right. So, really quick, it is just about 2 o'clock. We have been live for about an hour and 20 minutes. And I was wondering if you guys would want to go ahead and switch to out-of-character questions.
I mean, yeah. We can put
so
it up
blinding.
as like we can put it up as a vote
blinding.
to the chat
To the chat.
whether they want out of character questions or not.
Okay.
All I
So,
know is that my phone's dying again.
oh no.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well,
That-
I mean, the chat the call is going to end in 20 minutes regardless of what you choose.
Yes. So, yeah,
Yeah.
people are saying that they want out-of-character questions, I believe.
All right.
Yeah. People are
Out-of-character
saying
questions, then.
out-of-character questions.
I can finally stop doing the voice. It hurts.